Welcome to Noise Reel, brought to you by Bmusic. I'm Ellie Televian and this is
David Elphick, and it's another cracker of a show. We are at the Brighton Dome for the 4th instalment of Soundcity. It's the South Youth Music Extravaganza.
We're going to be taking a sneak peek at Northbrook College's new music school.
Yep, we've got this party on the show. Get to know them and see them play at the end of the show. First up, the festival season is almost upon us, and there's 3 really good events locally that we're looking forward to. First one is the Brighton Music Conference, isn't it, Ellie?
Yes, I'm excited about the Brighton Music Conference. If you don't know about it, it takes place on the 14th and 15th of April. It's the UK's only electronic music conference, and there's going to be lots of people talking there about interesting stuff, industry professionals. So if you're into music and it's electronic, get down there to learn some stuff and find out about how you can make the industry work for you. Particularly, I'm excited about Mark Lawrence's talk about getting played and getting paid.
It's important.
It's an important one. And then they've also just recently confirmed they've got Seth Troxler playing the after party at the Arch. So definitely looking forward to that as well.
And as the UK's only electronic music conference, it's by default the best. Okay, I'm looking forward to the Festival of Sounds rock event. It's happening on the 7th of May at New Haven's Fort, which is a crazy place to watch live music, especially rock music. Now, Bmusic have been involved a bit in the booking of the bands. I'm dead excited about seeing Clowns. I haven't seen them live for ages, and they're releasing an album this year, so it's a really good time to see them live. And Broker, who in a DIY article recently, Black Peaks named Broker as one of their Brighton bands to watch out for. So dead excited to see them live as well. Check out their video for Talk. It's online and it's really, really good. You can get your tickets at festival-of-sound.co.uk. They're only 15 quid.
Fantastic. And obviously, big one that we're looking forward to. So I've had to put my shades on. It's very hot today.
Because it's that cool.
It's that cool and I'm that cool. Something that we're really looking forward to is The Great Escape.
Absolutely.
An
Every
absolute
year.
favourite of yours, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're bringing over 400 different acts to Brighton. The streets are going to come to life, which is fantastic. So there's bound to be something for everybody there.
And what are you looking forward to there?
So I am looking forward to Ariana and the Rose. It's left field pop. It's very, very catchy. I've been listening to Give Up the Ghost a lot recently, and I just think that song's got bags of potential. Like, as soon as it comes in, you're moving. That's what you need from a good track.
Just exactly
You're
like that.
moving like this. You're doing a bit of a bounce.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna watch that video and see if that's how I end up looking. And I'm particularly looking forward to the Thursday, because End of the Trail Records, very cool indie label, have some excellent bands on their books. We'll be bringing some of those bands to Brighton. It's an all-day event at the Fishbowl.
Okay.
And it's part of the Alternative Escape, which you don't need a ticket for. It's completely free. You just go down and watch some great music as part of the Alternative Escape. They've got a couple of bands that I'm particularly interested in seeing. A Billion Lions, their track Ha is quite good. It's an instrumental track, but it's great fun. And Blush, got a great video for the song Daggers. Check those out. I'll give you a taste of what to look forward to at their event on the Thursday.
Now, what are we doing, David? What have we got for our viewers?
Mate, we've only got a couple of tickets to give away to the Festival of Sound.
Yeah, we have. So check out our Facebook page for more details. You can check it here and enter the competition.
Yeah, all details will be on our Facebook page. Stay tuned. This part here on the show, I've come outside with a couple of the bands to get to know them a little bit better. How are you doing, guys?
Very well. Thanks, Dave.
Good. So, I understand the way you guys got together and formed a band was through the Smiths. Perhaps you can elaborate on that.
Yeah, we first met, the 4 of us, at a Smiths tribute acts gig. Yeah, pretty much.
What, that you were playing in? Or?
Well, one of us might have been Morrissey, but no, the rest of us were in the audience. Yeah.
2 of us were there. It's great. Tom's not here today, but he was. It was him putting it on through. And yeah, it was great. It was great crack. I was on stage. I was the Morrissey. I had the hair.
So you were Morrissey?
I was Morrissey. Yeah, I was Morrissey. I had the hair, everything done up, and it was cracking, absolutely cracking. And we met the 4 of each other that night. And because of the show, the show went down an absolute storm. And so from that, we started talking a little bit, and from that we got on to writing stuff together.
All right, cool. Now, you've not been together too long, about a year, isn't it?
Just over a year.
What's the highlight been of your first year together?
Probably getting played by Steve Lamacq, featured on BBC Six Music. That was great.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
How long ago was
a couple
that?
of months ago. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, just a couple of months ago, and it was kind of. It was just our first track. We just done it just to sort of get a taste, so people can see what we're about. And then before we knew it, it was getting played on the
movie nights, yeah?
That's right.
The one with the kind of old cartoon
That's the one.
stuff in the video.
Yeah.
That's a cool video.
Yeah.
It must have taken a while to find all that footage.
I think so. Yeah. maybe a month or something. I don't know. Yeah, probably about that.
Yeah, well, it worked. Okay.
So there are quite a few bands in Brighton, indie bands, perhaps not doing exactly what you do though. So, I mean, how do you stand out? What are you bringing, what this party bringing to the party?
Well, when we first started getting together and writing, we'd all been doing music before and different places where we knew of each other. And a lot of us felt like we were starting to write music that was a bit too contrived, a bit too run-of-the-mill, you know, a bit too middle. And we wanted to write stuff that was exciting and clean and just came from a really natural place. And so we ended up with stuff that we think is really easy to listen to, really easy to get into, and a lot of people can get into it, dance, that kind of stuff. We wanted to write music a lot of people could listen to. The
vocal melody thing, you know, a guitar melody thing. I think the most important thing in a song is a tune, really. It's something you can actually listen to and then you don't forget it straight away, you know?
Yeah.
And then if you've done that and everyone's humming it and they're singing it to themselves, then you've done something right.
I feel like they are party tunes. They're definitely tunes to get people moving.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, and you've got the new single coming out, Taste. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, Taste. So that's, I suppose, one of our more rockier, heavier numbers. Taste. Yes, we're pretty pleased with it. It's coming out in June, on June the 10th, and we're really looking forward to it. It's, I suppose, it was a weird one when we came up with it because it was probably the most unlikely place. I was listening to like early Run DMC albums, and there's that song Rockbox, which is a quality tune, and it's just where you're playing the same riff throughout pretty much the whole song, and yet it can still keep it interesting. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Even repeating the same thing can still keep it. And I think there's something special in the simplicity of that. And I guess we wanted to put that into our own context in our own band and do something similar, really.
So Taste is influenced by Run DMC.
Well, the particular riff is certain.
You could tell as well, he showed me the riff the first couple of times, so I went through it a couple of times. I was like, mate, it's because you've been listening to Run DMC. That's where it came from.
And when does this come out and where can people hear it?
June the 10th, they'll be able to hear it on all major downloading sites. They'll be able to get it from iTunes, and it will also be on Spotify and all streaming sites as well.
And I hear you might be doing a music video for that as well.
Yes, we do. Yes, so that'll be out in a couple of weeks, I think. Yeah.
And at the end of the show, you're going to be playing Monday's Charms. So what's that tune about?
That tune was probably one of our earliest tunes, isn't it? I think that was the tune that we started playing as a band. We never really planned to record it, never really planned to do anything with it, but it just happened, you know, when you just sit in a room and say, oh, then we've got a song, just like that. And it's probably one of our most fun to play live, definitely. We love
And I
it.
understand you haven't done a live filming, or
We never have.
It's not recorded anywhere.
It's not recorded anywhere. No, not currently. No.
So it's exclusive.
It's an exclusive for us. It's an exclusive for these guys.
It's exclusive. Yeah,
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
No problem.
Big pleasure
Lovely
being
to
here.
meet
Thank you very much.
The music department at Northbrook's been running for 16 years, possibly even more, but in its first year it was here at West Darlington, then it moved to Broadwater, and this year it's come back over here. What makes it unique is the sheer breadth of facilities and the standard of facilities. It's all very high spec, acoustically designed. In the old days, the way that record deals used to work is that the record company would pay for the act to go into a studio, and they'd pay for that time, and so they'd get high-end studios. That sort of arrangement, it still exists, but not so much. The way in which the whole industry works has changed slightly, and so whether the record company were funding it or whether you were funding it yourself, you'd be in quite a good position to get anywhere quite of this standard. There are facilities like this elsewhere in the country, but certainly not on the south coast, no. And this is the most recent and possibly the most flexible and versatile facility in the country. The studios are open to all musicians, whether they're a student here or not. What we try to do is hook up our students with projects. In terms of what technical skills students get when they come here, or what they can gain from the courses, they learn how to mix, they learn how to produce, they learn how to record. And I think the future's wide open in terms of what we can do. We can have bands in here recording, we can be broadcasting the whole thing, we can have relationships with radio stations, TV stations, that sort of stuff. We have the capability to do multi-room recordings at the same time. So we can have everything in here from a violinist to an entire orchestra. And they could be playing at the same time as a rock band or a DJ or whatever. and that could all be part of the same project, and that could all be coming together, and the whole thing could be broadcast live. So you have to see the sheer extent of the facility to see what the future could hold, or what it's capable of.
Okay, I head up the Music and Arts Service, part of Brighton Hove City Council, and that service provides children and young people across the city in all schools and outside of school a whole range of music opportunities, learning instruments from a young age, to singing, to playing in rock bands, to writing songs, music production. So my job is to work with a whole range of music leaders, music teachers in the city, and colleagues in schools to offer those children those opportunities.
Well, I'm part of Brighton Youth Orchestra. I'm principal flute in that, so we have a concert every term. So I play in that, and I also play for some other things, but a lot of the time, yeah, it's on my own.
Me and Tinica here, I remember one day Mr. Berg invited us after school, and we were the only people there, and it was all quite daunting because we were quite young when we started, but it was a really nice community spirit, and everyone was really lovely, and it was really good.
Yeah. 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Soundcity is the music education hub for Brighton and Hove. It was formed in 2012, so it's 4 years old, and it includes a whole range of partners. We've got about 30 partners that are passionate about music, young people, music education. So that involves music charities in the city, all schools, colleagues in the music industry, public health, a whole range of people that are determined to provide the best opportunities for our young people. We've got some really talented and creative children across the whole city, and so what we're there to do is try and support them in developing their interest in music and progression routes, as far as performance, as far as songwriting, as far as production, and as I say, working as a partnership to help those young people.
My flute teacher, she is part of Brighton Hove Music Service, and she suggested it. She's very good at suggesting lots of things, so she said get involved, so I decided, so she organised it for me, and I decided to play a solo piece.
Miss started asking us if we wanted to start doing performances because we're starting to put music together, and we thought, that'd be fun. And she said to us, hey, we're doing Soundcity. We're like, yay, that sounds great. So now we're doing Soundcity, and that's pretty much it.
So Soundcity is made up, as well as performances such as this evening, every school in the city is offered children learn musical instruments. So we have about 4,000 children learning instruments across all age ranges each week in the city. There's a whole range of evening activities, band nights, jazz ensembles, orchestras, choirs happening, thousands of children taking part in music. We also have a whole range of other programs around health and well-being and songwriting, so a real dynamic range of opportunities taking place throughout the year. And all age ranges, I think that's really important, so offering those very young children at 6 and 7 to start to get involved in music, all the way up through to 19 and 20. This evening, it's our 4th year here at the Corn Exchange, and I think the evening always had a concept of, it's about great music, it's about celebrating the talent of our young people in the city. It's not about genre, it's about any style of music just coming together.
I guess we all sort of just had a ukulele.
Yeah, I think I actually got one because I heard that there was a school group and I wanted to be in it.
Oh, I just got it for Christmas, and I was like, no. Yeah.
I had a friend who played it and was in the lower school band when I started.
I think so,
yeah. I think we may have passed peak ukulele. There was a time a few years ago where I think it really took off in popularity, partly due to kind of YouTuber musician craze, and it became quite popular. Yeah. They're very easy to learn and pick up, a lot easier than guitar. So
music in the city, we have tremendous support, and that partnership is really important to make sure that young people do get the opportunities. So we have support from our head teachers, we have support from parents, and we have support from young people. So for us, it's about trying to find, with young people, the most exciting and the most relevant music experiences. So we have a vibrant music industry in the city. So part of our role in Soundcity is bringing those professional musicians and professional artists to work with young people as well as their teachers around them.
I would like to go to music university and study for a bachelor degree in music, probably on percussion, and then I would like to become a music teacher. And I aspire to be like Mr. Burke, so hopefully I can be like him. Otherwise I'll get my own style of teaching.
So each year, before we start the scheduling, we put a call out through social media and say that we've got this performance opportunity, let us know if you want to get involved. We also write to schools and all our partners and say this is what's happening this year, put acts together. But also we offer professional musicians to come in and work with those young musicians to develop their acts, develop their songwriting skills. So as well as a showcase, there's a real developmental side of the programme. So those acts then write in, put suggestions in, and generally we are able to cater for majority of the bands. Some of them, if we haven't got room in the programming, for example, we have 2 nights here called Sounds from the City at the Studio Theatre, which is 2 nights of young bands. So the majority do perform tonight, but if not, we schedule them and offer them performance opportunities across the year.
My mum has always been kind of the person who's driven me to do loads of different things. So I've played in jazz bands and numerous numbers of orchestras, things like that. So, and at times, I thought, I'm not sure if I enjoy it, but it's definitely been a good thing.
We're really pleased the partnership has been recognised. Back in 2014, we were awarded the Music Teacher Award for Innovation, and this year we've just been nominated for 2 awards, one for what they call the Major Trophy for Music Education Hubs, and also a second award for innovation and a specific music project. So we're very excited to be nominated for those. The Soundcity's primarily focused with Brighton and Hove, but we do work in partnership. So we work with hubs in London, we work with music providers in East and West Sussex. So, what we were looking to do is continue to build on that and work with partners. We're working with a group called Sound Connections that are based up in Shoreditch, and actually their young musicians have written a manifesto for music for London. And actually we're talking about our young musicians in the city as we speak about what do you want in the next 5 to 10 years, what's your needs, and let's create a manifesto that you're leading. So we're putting musicians from London and Brighton together, and so they can learn and share and make music together. Next year we're looking to create a new event as part of the Brighton Festival, and hopefully in the Dome Theatre. So moving from the Corn Exchange into a slightly larger venue gives us a whole range of opportunities. So we want to build on the work we're doing and create a whole range of projects that will culminate in a major performance, hopefully as part of the festival in 2016, the 51st festival, I think it is. So that's one key area. And we're still wanting to look to work with our partners to create a whole range of performance opportunities throughout the year, not just the bigger events, but smaller, unplugged events, and outdoors as well. So we'll be performing in the festival in May at New Road, and also down on the seafront, so a whole range of events.